The framework that we have here at RTI is set up to support our work, really to make RTI shine in many ways, because there's so many examples where you hear in the news or you hear of other organizations that basically dissolved because they weren't following an ethical guidelines and frameworks in their work, and it's hard to do. I mean, there are so many nuances to the kind of work that RTI does. The range of projects, the content areas, brings up all different kinds of issues, and the support systems and organizations that RTI has in place to deal with those really help RTI, and where collaborators all over the world want to work with us because they know we're rock solid. And that, to me, is important for me to work in an organization like that, where I'm not worried about I'm going to be asked to bend my own ethics.
Ethics is not a bad thing. So when they see my name on their voicemail, I mean, I try to tell people not to panic. Probably about 85 to 90% of what I do is proactive, answering questions, providing guidance. Conflict of interest is a huge issue in the ethics area, so we're always looking at those scenarios and trying to give advice, negotiate with both our internal clients and our external clients to make it possible to do research in areas where sometimes we may have conflicts that exist. So Ethisphere is an international organization, and they recognize between 100 to 120 companies worldwide each year from about 22 to 25 countries. It's a 200-page application with narratives and backup, and it describes your entire program, goes through the personnel, your practices, your policies, etc. We put that package in last year at the end of the year. We were notified that we won, and it's a huge recognition for RTI. Not only will we be recognized through Ethisphere, but other companies like Forbes pick up that information and publish it. And I can honestly say I learned something every day here. I never stop learning, and maybe part of it is because we deal with in science, but we do some of the most incredible work, and I'm either learning something about the science or I'm learning some nuance in the legal or some new regulation. What's really fun is taking all that experience I've had in the past and working with the scientists to get to where they want to be and using all that. So it's actually a way of living. It's something that we demonstrate in our values and the way we interface with each other and our clients and the rest of the world.
Even if it's the harder route, it's let's go the more ethical route. And that's a constant across RTI, and that starts all the way at the top.
There's two ways that it has a real effect. One, by ensuring that what we're doing does comply with ethical standards, it facilitates us getting access to respondents. I mean, particularly in the prison situation. RTI has a reputation, and when we would call a Department of Correction and say we're calling from RTI on behalf of our client, typically they knew RTI and they had experience with us in the past, and I think that reputation helped us with the next go-round.
Working on developing and evaluating new interventions for major health needs, including those that are global and that serve vulnerable populations and underserved populations globally. It's critically important to what we do to make sure that we're doing it right to protect the safety and the privacy of the participants in the project, and to make sure that we're conducting these studies in a way that's compliant with the regulatory agencies. So it's important for us to move these compounds through as rapidly and effectively as possible, and to do that we have to be compliant with a number of regulations and certainly want to follow the ethical guidelines as well.
Our strengths are our people and our data, and the things that we can do, that our people can do with data. And privacy as part of that means that we are protecting that data, and we are protecting the reputation of RTI through our compliance and our diligence.
We're there to not only be a compliance function, but to work with the researchers to make sure that they are able to do the research that they want to do, but do it in a way that's ethical and is following the regulations that we've pledged to follow by having our federal-wide assurance with the Office of Human Research Protection.
I can't stress enough that we are where we are because of the people and the ethical behaviors and how we promote compliance in the organization.
They trusted us quite, immediately actually, and they started relying on us immediately as well.
And I think RTI has been blessed over the years of having really good leaders that have stressed the right thing, and it's just like a cultural. I mean, it's expected of you. You do it the way it's supposed to be done.
I think being ahead of the curve and being able to address things that way takes you a long way with your clients in terms of their respect for you and their willingness to work collaboratively with you.
And RTI wins those contracts because of our reputation. We have a reputation of having excellent research at RTI. We have a reputation of doing things the right way. We have a reputation of following the law and delivering a quality product for our clients. And I think that's why RTI is so successful. We follow that. That's what the DNA is all about, is doing things the right way for the right reason.
I think that's it.